Hello, everyone. I am Nurse Blue, and welcome to the Soul Health and Wellness Club. I'm so excited that you clicked the link to learn more. So I'm sure you received your freebie, which was your Nurse Blue Wellness Assessment, to see if you were experiencing some signs and symptoms that you need a detox. So if you didn't do that, I don't want you to miss out on your free gift. You're going to click the link and receive your free detox assessment. And for those of you that said, you know what, let me learn more about what Soul Health and Wellness Club is all about. Hey, I can't wait to show you. This is a club where we live, laugh, love, and learn about soul health. Okay, so let me take you into my home online, which is the club, and hopefully your new home in the future. So I'm going to change my screen here, and then I'm also going to enlarge it so that you guys can see what all this is about. Okay, so here we go. Welcome to the Soul Health and Wellness Club, everybody. Well, what can I say? I absolutely love what we've created here, because this was created especially for you if you are a professional mom or professional business person or entrepreneur. I say a professional mom because that's like a non-for-profit business. I'm a mom, so all right, I like to have fun with that. And few good men that are looking for a wellness solution in the land. I am Nurse Blue, and I am self-appointed as America's nurse, soul health, and wellness expert. Well, here in this country, I don't know if you are here in America or everywhere, we are definitely in need of some soul health, and I am here for it. So BLUE stands for Build, Love, Unite, and Empower people about the art, science, and power of soul health. So let's start out here. I am a proud lifer. Why am I a proud lifer? Well, I am a nurse and I am a wellness coach. So I think it's pretty important that I love life. I love people. So the more different we are, the more interesting I find you, right? I love animals. I love our planet. I'm a spiritual activist. You're probably like, what is a spiritual activist? Great question. That means I fight for the best in the human spirit. I want you to live your best life. I am a proud mother. As I mentioned, a nurse for the soul. Why am I a nurse for the soul? Because that's where healing really takes place, and that's what you learn about at the Soul Health and Wellness Club. I'm also a musicologist, so I use the tool of music and musical vibrations to help elevate the frequency of the soul. Because did you know that music can be a healing tool? So for you, if you're a music lover, you're gonna love it here. I am the CEO of Blue Light Coaching and Consulting, and my purpose, quite frankly, ladies and gentlemen, my purpose for being here is to help create heaven on earth with soul health. Yes. So what has prepared me for this journey? I have a bachelor's of science degree in nursing from a wonderful institution, Hampton University in Virginia. Any Hamptonians out there? I also have had 20 plus years of research and training in life sciences and lifestyle medicine. So I really love mind, heart, and spiritual coherence. So I'm a little bit of a nerd, and I utilize emotional, abundant, spiritual, and musical technology to help my clients achieve wholeness. Wholeness, guys, is optimal health and wellness. And soul health is how you get there. So I created the Soul Health and Wellness Club in honor of my late father. Here is a picture of him. His name is Mr. Purvis Spann, the blues man. He was a really big deal in my hometown of Chicago, Illinois. But when he left the planet, I decided to carry on his legacy of elevating the vibrational frequency of the soul. So his legacy lives. Now, for those of you who may not be familiar with my father, he was a really big deal back in the 1960s, the pioneering days of rhythm and blues, and also some great blues artists. My dad was really a pioneering force. You see him crowning Aretha Franklin the Queen of Soul. He also crowned B.B. King the King of the Blues. There he is with one of his dearest friends, James Brown and Muhammad Ali, out in Chicago at the time. And what was all important about this? He was helping to elevate the vibrational frequency of the soul with these incredible legendary artists. And so I grew up in a learning environment, which was a radio station called WVON back in Chicago. And they've been serving the Chicagoland area for over 60 years, guys. Yes, but it was there that I learned the art, the science, and the power of vibrational frequency and how that is used in media programming. So that's why I created this wonderful space, this online community, because I understand the nutrients of soul health. And they are how to live at a high vibrational frequency. So you're going to be able to learn that. You're also going to learn about the most powerful tool, the most powerful force on earth that we have that we're not using enough on planet earth, and we need it more than anything. 852 hertz vibration. That is a frequency of love. And we also laugh a lot because that's a soul nutrient we all need. And we learn about the power of who we are, what we're made of, so that we can live our best life and reverse chronic disease. So in other words, here's what I've learned in life. After shedding 40 plus years of soul toxins, and you'll learn more about that. What I've learned is how to take the lemons out of life, guys, and how to make a great, wonderful, great tasting pitcher of lemonade, or in my case, how to create a lemonade stand from your lemons, right? It all kind of starts with elevating your vibration, and something as simple as a smile, when you can feel it in your heart, can raise the frequency of your soul, right? You may want to try that right now. Smile until you feel happy and see if you can lift the vibrational frequency of your soul. Now, here is my favorite quote of all time. A man's mind, once stretched by a new idea, never returns back to its original dimension. I want to thank Mr. Oliver Wendell Holmes for that incredible quote, but here's the power in it. All healing takes place with an elevated thought and an elevated emotion. You'll learn more about that in the Soul Health and Wellness Club. But ladies and gentlemen, I want you to hear this special message from Dr. Kevin Reese. Take a listen.
Each of your knees are worth 40 grand. Your heart is worth $100,000. If you go on dialysis, that's $10,000 a month. Your hip is worth 60 grand. If an ambulance picks you up, that's $500. If you stay in the hospital, that's $10,000 a night. The doctors and the nurses, they're just soldiers. They're just soldiers making things move along. But whoever's running this medical monopoly, they see you as $5 million. Type 2 diabetes, forget about it, because type 2 diabetes brings on more disease. And they keep you alive, because if you die, they lose the $5 million.
Wow. Guys, did you hear what Dr. Reese just shared? Yes, 98% of all chronic disease, guess what? It's preventable. And it's related to our lifestyle, guys. So when you hear that, did you also hear that that's good news? Because if 98% of chronic disease is preventable, we can prevent it. And in a lot of cases, we can reverse it. So if you're looking for a way to upgrade your wellness strategy, soul health is where it is. Why? Because chronic stress, that's our real enemy. Chronic stress, stress that you have been living with for years, probably for generations, because it can be passed down to us through our genetic code. Did you know that? Also, chronic stress leads to chronic disease. And now that is the biggest weapon of mass destruction here on planet Earth, chronic disease. And I, quite frankly, I'm sick of it. Not to mention the fact, here's some other things you need to be aware of. Just recently, the New York Times published an article called Why Doctors Are Calling It In Quits, okay? Now, February 14th, 2023, that's when it was published. What it stated is that we are losing nearly 100,000 doctors over the next few years, coupled with the nursing shortages, people who are retiring, the COVID burnout. There are a lot of schools, unfortunately, here in the US that have given out degrees to people who did not even take the program, guys. And there's a shortage of professors in nursing schools. What is all of this signaling? A huge problem. How are these shortages in medical staff in hospitals going to impact you and your family? That's why we need to start thinking about some other options. Here's another thing you need to think about. Chronic disease in America, it's growing exponentially. Heart disease remains the #1 killer. Why is that? Because of chronic stress, okay? Cancer, chronic lung disease, stroke, Alzheimer's, diabetes, chronic kidney disease, and also the rising numbers of people who are dying in hospitals because of the shortages and other major factors. Guys, listen, we have to choose another way. Not to mention all of the soul toxins that we are seeing in the news. The constant stress is becoming too much for many of our bodies to handle. And here are our current wellness solutions for our healthcare crisis right now. Because of chronic stress, many of you are suffering from anxiety and inflammation, and it's leading to chronic diseases where you're being diagnosed with these conditions, and your option is to take your medication. Now, short term, that might be a strategy that works for you. But long term, I can tell you as a health and wellness professional, if you continue to take prescription medications over time, it's going to impact your vital organs. It's certainly going to impact your liver, your kidneys, or worse. And if you don't take your medications and you don't modify your lifestyle, you'll probably end up in the hospital. And while I respect everybody's wellness modality, especially prayer, faith without works is dead. And that's why soul health is the solution. Because soul health, guys, it's the missing link to our broken healthcare model. Quite frankly, soul health is choosing for you to love your soul back to health, and you can take back your power from chronic disease. Soul health is the best gift that you can give yourself. It is the pathway to you truly living your best life without chronic stress. It's a time for us to divorce chronic stress and definitely defeat it. Soul health will help you return back to the truth of who you are, which is a frequency of love. And you will learn the art and the power of 852 hertz. It's the process of breaking every chain of stress from our minds, from our hearts, from our souls and our spirits. And I can tell you personally, that while I appreciate being Nurse Blue and a wellness coach, and I've done some great things to support others in this life on their path to wholeness, what I'm so proud of is the fact that I personally healed myself from 40 plus years of generational soul toxins that led to an autoimmune deficiency named psoriasis, that led to breakup in relationships, that led to me feeling depressed, angry, bitter, for many, many years. And now I can help you to release those toxins so that you can live your best life, so you can reclaim your birthright of freedom, so that you can be introduced to the most powerful healing force in the world. And all of that you will learn with Soul Health. So I want to introduce you to the Soul Health and Wellness Club and invite you to come check us out. I have a free gift for you, a 14-day free trial. So for 14 days, you can come to the club and take advantage of everything we have there. I mean, I have great courses that you guys can take advantage of, like the one that all the women love, which is how to, every woman needs and deserves a flat belly. If you want to go on your detox, I also have a course there for your detox. And guys, 14-day free trial, go and check out my musicology playlist in there for you. But start with the welcome checklist. Do not go in there and start going all over the place. Let's start with the welcome checklist and then let's have some fun. All right. So I cannot wait to just help you experience another side of healthcare, where you can learn how to take your life back from chronic disease, where you can learn how to balance your body, and also take classes that I am actually going to be introducing you to on your path to wholeness. The first one is going to take place in June, and that is the Freedom Frequency course. All right, so come in there, come click the click the tab. Join us for the Soul Health and Wellness Club, and I cannot wait to see you soon. I am Nurse Blue, and I'm going to stop this right here and let you know that I ultimately believe in you becoming the best version of yourself, and I cannot wait to support you in getting there with Soul Health and Wellness Club. Okay, all right, guys, I'll see you behind the blue door. Talk soon.